family's here today.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put a little hoodie down for her here.
You think she's gonna stay put?
We're gonna find out.
Fluff it up for her. She likes things fluffy. Oh, yay. Whoa.
No.
That's a fluffy girl.
Everyone's here today.
Yeah, the whole family. Let's go.
Hey, do you want to go down? Do you want to go down? No? You want to stay? Okay.
She'll settle in a bit.
I think she's mad that her bed is taken.
Why don't you put the other bed? Will it be too big?
It might be too big, yeah.
She really wants to go in. Maybe they'll snuggle together.
Oh my god, if they snuggle, I think I'll lose my shit.
Okay. Alright. Are we good?
Uh-huh.
Should we get started, or are you going to be distracted with them?
Let's get started.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you like my shirt?
I do.
Okay, cool. Hello, guys, and welcome back to Where Do I Sit? I am one of your hosts, Sasha. This is my other half, Alessia, my beautiful, gorgeous wife that I love very much. 10 years together and strong, and we are here together talking a whole lot of shit, and thank you for listening. And today, actually, we're going to talk about a really, really spicy topic. It's a topic that a lot of people have there's just so many takes on this topic, which I love. So it's going to be a juicy one. I hope we make it as interesting as it merits to be. So today we're talking about being friends with your ex.
Yep.
So we're going to talk about where do we sit with regards to that. But before we start, please make sure to subscribe and follow if you want us to keep going and you would like to see this podcast grow and blossom and flourish. Yep. And thank you very much for being here. So I want you to start this train. Let me ask you, swing that question your way. Would you be friends with an ex, Alessia?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because, it's a no. Because, I feel like I could possibly be tempted sexually or something, or just be upset if it was like a bad breakup, and I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay.
Especially if you're with someone new. Yeah, no.
Thank you for your honesty.
Thank you.
Do I have someone I need to murder? Or?
No, you don't need to murder anyone. I don't talk to any of my exes.
I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh.
No.
Okay.
What
cool.
about you, baby?
Would I stay friends with an ex? Mm-hmm. No. I would not.
Episode's done.
Okay, see you later. No, I wouldn't because it's I've honestly in my personal experience, I've never personally witnessed anyone being friends with an ex in a healthy way. Like, what I've personally experienced and witnessed my whole entire life is just drama and messiness when it comes to that territory. Mm-hmm. So I've kind of dabbed my toes a little. Like, I've had firsthand experience with it with an ex. Like, with an ex, I was sweet talked into accepting the friendship with their ex, which then turned out to be a total fucking lie, and it was super sus. Right. And I discovered that I was actually being cheated on with the ex. So I don't really feel very good about it. No.
So you've had bad experiences.
I've had bad experiences, yes.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of interesting how it all went down. Just quick little story time.
Yeah.
So I was with my ex at the time, and she had this friend that she really insisted she stays friends with.
Did you know it was the ex at that moment?
She told me that they had history and that they dated for a brief moment and then decided to just be friends. Which basically means that she's an ex. She just tried to water it down.
Well, from the history of what you said about her, she probably watered it down, and they dated probably. Seriously.
Yeah, no, I ended up finding out that she wasn't ex. She was just trying to not make it sound
bad.
like that. Yeah. So long story short, that ex that I was dating started to be very territorial and very possessive and very jealous
Of you?
of me hanging out with like fucking friends and shit, like without her there. And I didn't understand where it came from. Like it
out
wasn't
of nowhere?
out of nowhere. Yeah. Like she was always a little bit of the jealous and secure type, but it kind of got worse like very soon.
Shit.
Very early on. Like the more I hung out with like friends without her,
Sketchy.
the more she started to act like super, super jealous. And it was really strange because there was no reason for that. I became suspicious because of her excessive, unwarranted jealousy.
Especially, yeah, if you did nothing to...
I did nothing, no. And I was just like, so at one point I was like, hey, she's just a jealous type. She really likes me, whatever. But then at one point it kind of like, I had a moment and I was just like, wait a minute.
You were young, right?
What the fuck? Of course I was young. I was really young. That was my first like real long-term-ish relationship with a girl. So I didn't really know what the fuck I was doing, but I was doing my best to understand at the time. But anyway, I started to wonder what the fuck all this excessive random jealousy was about. Like, where is it coming from? And I started to become suspicious of like, why are you acting so weird? Like, what are you possibly hiding? You know? Because I was like, I'm not doing anything. I didn't give her any reason to be jealous, to feel jealous. Like I was all in, man. Like I was a good girl. I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, you were a good
I was a good girl. I wasn't doing anything wrong. So anyway, long story short, ended up finding out that ex that she is friends with, that she had nothing going on with, and reassured me about her over and over and over and over again, and really insisted that I had nothing to worry about. Turned out to be someone that she was kind of fooling around with behind my back every once in a while, and like, and just kind of like just, yeah. Anyway, so that being said, that really left a bitter taste in my mouth with regards to people trying to convince me that their ex is kosher. And I've personally experienced the opposite, and she really like manipulated me too. And I at the time I was, like you said, like I was really young, so I didn't know better. So today no one would be able to fool me like that. But at the time, you know, you're doing your best to try and like survive, and make sense of shit. And I wanted to believe her, so I did for a while, and then it hit me that, you know, after a series of events, I realized that stuff was going on, and then. And then I got like the proof of it. So anyways,
she was like probably dealing with like guilt and all this. Well,
she was projecting.
She was
obviously projecting.
Like,
so red flag, if someone starts to randomly act super jealous and territorial and possessive.
Red flag.
Red fucking flag. When you've done nothing wrong and nothing to, you know, elicit or trigger that. Yeah. Red flag. Like, because that kind of like, you know, got my spidey senses up, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why this sudden shift, and why is it so extreme, you know?
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Yeah. And she was like accusing me of like, I was hanging out with a friend in the car once, and suddenly that was the point where I was just like, okay, this bitch, there's something wrong with this bitch, man. It's like I was hanging out, and I like missed the call because my phone was like literally right next to me on silent, and she like started panicking and then like accused me of like sleeping with them. And I was just like, what? How'd you go from this to that? Like, how did you just fucking 180 on me like that? Anyway, it literally made no sense to the point where I was just like, you're being fucking weird now. I'm suspicious of you, you know? So
yeah,
that's my story with exes. And ever since then, and all the stories that I've heard other people share with me about drama with their ex and their current relationship, and
that's all I hear,
you know,
about,
falling back in love with their ex and this and that. I'm just like, yeah, exes are, you know, it's not a comfy territory for me. So I don't like it. I don't really like it. No, I trust you with my whole life 100%. However, I do recognize that we are all human beings, and we are instinctually longing for connection and bonding and emotional connection and sexual connection and validation. So it is normal for every single one of us to experience moments of weaknesses in all aspects of life. I recognize that. And because of that, I feel like if it's not absolutely necessary for you to stay friends with an ex, then I don't think it's necessary to keep in touch with them. It's for me, the best example to give is like someone that's on a diet and you put a fucking delicious fresh piece of cheesecake right in front of them and you're just like, don't touch the cheesecake. It's like always there in your face and you're trying to be good, you're trying to be, trying to stay in line, but that cheesecake is always there. For me, that's kind of how I see
Don't
it. It's
leave
like
the cheesecake there.
Why no, but why bring like
temptation?
Why bring temptation and risk into a perfectly healthy relationship? Like, why bring in an element that might shake things up and might trigger a weakness within you if it's not absolutely necessary? I mean, you've said it yourself. Like, you were so honest, and I love that. And you said, like, I might be tempted, and it takes a lot for someone to just like admit something like that, especially in front of their partner. But I mean, I recognize
I'm an open book with you.
I know you are, and I love that. And I recognize that you're a human being and you have needs and temptations, and so do I. And for me, it's just about being honest.
I don't think you have to worry, because once I was at a party.
I never worry, but okay.
No, I know, but I was at a party once. I think it was like around Pride, with a friend, and I saw my ex like from across the party, and we locked eyes, and she ran. She fucking ran and left the party, I think, like just fucking disappeared. So you don't have anything to worry, because
your exes
afraid of me,
run away from you when they see you. Perfect.
Yeah. I didn't do anything to anyone wrong there,
right.
But I don't know why they're afraid of me.
You're just so hot. They can't resist
the
charm of you in the room. Fuck, if I was your ex, bro, I wouldn't run away, that's for sure. Yeah. But anyway, good on you for running away, whoever the fuck you are.
Yeah.
Run and never look back.
I feel like I've seen some people be friends with their ex, but they're like parents. They're older, they're divorced or something, and it takes a while for them to finally become friends, but they have to because of the kids or whatever, Yeah,
so that's a situation. Okay,
that was totally fine.
That's like, a situation.
You should try to be friends for the kids' sake. If, you can tolerate the person and they're not evil or douchebag.
Right. So what you're saying is that there are exceptions.
Some exceptions, yeah.
Okay, so an exception would be like your ex is like a parent to your children or your child or whatever. What about a pet? The mother
of your child. A pet, I don't know, like ish. Like I feel like you should just have a clean break and one person takes the pet. And that's it, like have a clean break.
Because it's tough for the pet too to go back and forth between two places, right? Like pets are very much like routine animals, and they like their little environment and they like stability and stuff. So I feel like it's harder. It's hard on the pet.
I feel like people have clean breakups when they have cats, but not dogs. Yeah. Because cats like really like their home and environment,
right? And
dogs are like a little bit flexible, but like not as flexible as cats.
Yeah. So
if you have a cat, it's a clean break. But if you have a dog, it's gonna be harder.
Okay. I love you. I kind of agree with you. Like, I mean, I definitely agree on the parenting thing. Like, if you share a child or whatever, like, yeah, like that makes perfect sense. Yeah. A pet, I guess it depends on the situation. And how attached the pet is to you and whatnot. But anything else though, or maybe I would also be comfortable in a situation where, let's say you're dating for a little bit and you decide that you're better off as friends, and then you break it off and you're like, okay, well, you know what? Like, this isn't really working romantically. I thought it would. But like finally, we're really much more platonic, so let's just keep it that way.
I only agree with that if, like, there was no sexual chemistry and that was, like, a big factor why you, like, want to be friends instead. And if you didn't, like, try for a long time, like, if it was a short period of time, then I agree. But if it was, like, 2 years, like, you probably banged a lot.
So for you, it's the sex that's the issue.
Yeah, it's a big issue.
It's a big issue.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I think that I feel like even if you've dated for 2 years, like it could happen that you fall out of love, where the sparks sexually, romantically, emotionally all die down, and you realize, you know what, like we're pretty much like roommates now at this point, and I don't really feel much for you, so let's just call it off. And then both parties agree,
If
and
it
they're
was,
just like, okay, fine, like
super
that.
mutual,
Yeah.
super mutual, and like very like, yeah, like kind of the way that you described it, but like extremely mutual and extremely like I don't want to look at you naked, you know,
Yeah.
like at all.
Yeah. Which could happen.
Yeah,
It could definitely
I feel like,
happen.
yeah.
And then for me, the other exception would be like, it's a really rare one, to be honest, but I feel like it came up a lot, and I feel like even though I haven't personally experienced it, doesn't mean that it's not possible. So I want to keep that open mind. A lot of people are friends with their exes because their exes are just great friends to them. And I can kind of understand. I'm limited to my level of understanding that situation or that scenario because I've never experienced that dynamic before, you know? So I have never experienced like totally friend zoning an ex to the point that they become great friends and their friendship is so meaningful and important in my life that even if I enter a new relationship, I still want them around. Like I've never experienced that. I find that dynamic particular, but I understand that it could happen for some people. So that being said, if that friendship with your ex, well, first of all, if the breakup was clean and it was mutual and it was on good terms, respectful, then you became great friends with your ex to the point that them disappearing from your life would make you extremely sad because you really feel like you would lose a dear friend to you, then okay, fine. But I feel like that's rare.
Yeah.
I feel like that's really rare. And to be honest with you, like I really feel like the reason for the breakup is important because like if that person cheated on you and then you decide to be friends with them, well, that kind of tells me that's kind of telling of you and the standard that you allow for friendships.
Yeah.
Like, why would you stay friends with someone who betrayed you and wronged you like that?
Yeah.
Like that's
Exactly.
that's a red flag on you wanting to keep someone like that around. You have really poor choices of friends in that situation. So to me, that makes me suspicious of you and your decisions. And also like no good can come out of that. You know, like no good can come out of someone like if they're a terrible partner and they just like betrayed you as a romantic partner, what makes you think they're not going to betray you as a friend or as an ex? And what's telling me that they're not going to betray the new girlfriend, which would be me in that situation? Like it just, no, man, like it's too much. It's too risky. It's just too risky. It's just, you're opening the door to like messiness and it just doesn't, it doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't add up to me.
That doesn't add up to me either. If they cheat
Yeah.
on you and being friends after, nah.
There's enough people in the world to like, you know, just be friends with. Like, don't go with the cheating ex. Jesus Christ. Like, and then strain your current relationship. Like, there's no need for that.
No.
So anyway, that's kind of where I stand on it.
What about if they work with their ex?
Oh, fuck off. Quit your job.
Quit your job?
Yeah, quit
But
your
what if
job.
it's like your dream job? And then it's like just you started dating the person there and your
Dream job?
Like a really good job. Like, that's kind of tough.
Well, one of you has to quit.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I don't know. I just can't see a situation where like an ex, you'd have to see your ex every fucking day because and you can't leave the job because it's your dream job. Like, I don't know, man. Is it both of your and then is it both of your dream jobs? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, maybe it's a bit much. Maybe it's a stretch to ask them to quit, but
It's like who quits too? Like
Well, the one that is not their dream job. I don't fucking. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's hard. That's
Life
hard.
is full of gray zones.
Life
you know?
is definitely nothing but gray zones, to be honest. But wait, hold on. Don't skip to the next one.
What?
Tell me, what about you? What do you think? Unpack this.
If I worked with my ex?
If I worked with my ex, let's say, what would you do? And it's my dream fucking job.
Fuck. That would be hard. That would be a bit hard for me, like to come into the relationship and find out that you go to work and see them every day. It would be hard for me as your new partner. Yeah.
Yeah. And I agree with that, but I would find a way to make you quit.
I'd get you fired.
Or get them fired.
I'd put cocaine in your desk.
No, you bad girl.
I'm just joking.
No.
I'd put cocaine in their desk and then give an anonymous tip. Yeah, that's fucked up.
I don't know what I would do, to be honest. That is a very tricky situation. But again, if nothing else, I would share my feelings with you and be totally honest with you about how uncomfortable this makes me. Explore every single option, possibility of not having the situation happen or getting out of the situation.
Yeah.
And if all else fails,
would you date the person if they were friends with their ex?
well, wait, hold on. If all else fails and I'm still uncomfortable, I would maybe have a conversation with the ex. Well, I mean, it depends. Like, are you guys at work and are you talking to each other? Are you chit-chatting every day? Are you having the cooler talk or the coffee talk every day? Like, then I'd be like, hey, bro, maybe don't.
You're not there, right? You're not at work. So.
I know, but like, I'd ask my partner maybe to keep it respectful and like limit the interactions a little bit with the ex,
Right.
like out of respect. You know, I don't think that's much to ask there.
Yeah.
If all else fails, you know, and then, or if they really if they must interact, then maybe I'd have a conversation, like an open and honest conversation with the ex, and just kind of introduce myself and just let them know where I stand and how I feel, and just give them the opportunity to perhaps reassure me about the situation so that everything is like in the clear, you know?
Yeah, if you're very serious about this person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember when your ex reached back out?
Which ex?
The ex reached back out. Well, it's true. We had multiple exes reach back out to talk to you and see how you're doing and whatever. I think there was two that I know of that reached out.
That you know of.
That I can remember. Just two, right?
I think so, yes. They were just two. You know about every single interaction I've had with my ex, babe. There's none that you don't know about.
Yeah. So she reached out and wanted to have coffee.
Yeah. That relationship with that ex ended on a pretty abrupt note. Well,
On a bad note.
it wasn't really bad. It was just, I was wronged. Like, very wronged by her, and she kind of just like fell off the face of the earth, and then we coincidentally bumped into each other. We just quickly said hi from far, and then she like we bumped into each other again another time, and then she actually came up to me and said, hey, and how are you doing? This is crazy, blah blah blah, and then asked if we can go for a coffee just to like kind of have a little bit of closure, because we were dating on and off for like a good year and a half-ish. Okay. On and off. So she wanted to have closure, because I think when she saw me, she realized that like she never did that.
How hot you are.
Whatever. That's her loss. And so I said like, okay, but I just need to talk to you about it, which I did. I brought it up to you.
Yeah.
I brought it up to you. I asked you if it was okay. And at the time you had known everything that I had gone through with her. So I think you were okay with giving me the opportunity to be apologized to.
Yeah.
And I, to be honest, really felt like I needed an apology from her after all the fucking shit she put me through. So I asked you, I was like, you know what? Do you mind if I just go sit down, have a quick coffee with her and just hear her out? And just have like a healthy closure with her.
Yeah.
And then how did that make you feel, actually? You could tell me how it all went down in your head.
I was a little nervous. I think that's natural that I was a little nervous.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she the way you talk about her really like reassured me that like you like slightly hate her.
I don't slightly hate her. Well, at the time when we first started dating, which was 10 years ago,
yes,
that relationship with her was much newer than it is today. So I've done a lot of healing ever since then. I don't hate her anymore. Not anymore. But at the time, yes, I did have some strong feelings about what she... Which
reassured me that, like, if she were to try something or if she were whatever to do anything, that it would
punch her in the tits.
You'd punch her in the tit, and then I would punch her in the tit. And that, like, I don't know, I just felt like she had no chance with you again. And we were madly in love, so.
Yeah. The fuck we were, and we still are.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wasn't worried, but I was a little nervous because like it's like I don't know what's gonna happen. But,
yeah, of course.
But yeah.
Well, I already thanked you at the time, but thank you for the opportunity to have some clarity there. Even though it made you nervous. But what's interesting, which you know this already, I'm just going to tell the story on the pod, is this is actually another reason why I don't want to stay friends with exes, and I don't want my partner necessarily. I would prefer they don't stay in touch with their exes, is because I got the closure, I got the apologies. I thought it was a healthy closure, after which I realized that was wrong because then she tried to come on to me. You know, she was like... kind of trying to like test the waters and see if there's like...
She probably just apologized just so that there might be a slither opportunity chance to get back in your pants.
I don't fucking know, but I just really needed to hear the apologies, and once I did, I was pretty much done. And then I started to get texts from her after being hey, like, you know, we should do this again, this and that. And then
she texts you like every couple of months, like twice after the closure,
which like reconfirmed in my head that like she wants to keep in touch and this and that, which I had no intentions of doing. But what I'm trying to get at is, even though she recognized her wrongs and admitted to them and apologized to them, she still pulled a shitty move, fully knowing that I was in a relationship with you. She still, on top of it, she still tried something which I find extremely disrespectful. Yeah. And that kind of showed me that, like, yeah, you didn't really change all that much.
I didn't like that she did that.
Who would? I didn't like it either, but I was just like, yeah, you know what? You're not at all the completely changed and transformed woman that you claim that you are in your apologies. I'll accept your apologies just for my own sake, but the rest, I'm not gonna like pretend that I believe you when you say that you're like a changed woman and this and that, because that just proved to me that you're the fucking same. So no, I do not trust someone that knows that I'm in a relationship and that is hitting on me. No, I don't trust that. And for that reason, that was the last interaction we've ever had, and I'm happy with it because I got what I needed out of that conversation. But that's literally another reason why I don't want exes in our relationship. Whether it's my exes or your exes, I'd rather they stay out of this, away from this dynamic that we have, which is so beautiful and healthy. Yeah. You know, and I have all the friends that I need, that I love in my life. You have all the friends that you need in your life. Fuck it. You know, leave the past in the past where it belongs. Yeah.
You had another ex reach out or it was just like a message. That was it.
But like whatever. That was just like an ex-girlfriend who just like answer, right? No, I never answered. It was like one of those like Facebook archive things that I saw like months later. Like I was just going through I think it was the archive. I don't have Facebook now. It's been like years. But like I was going through archive messages, and you know the randos of the world that send you messages, they land in there and then you never know until you like open that shit and you're just like, wow, you know, like who are all these people? Right. So one of them like slid in there because I wasn't even friends with them on Facebook, and then just like I saw like a book long message.
But she was like, I miss you and and like confessing their like love for you and everything. And she was going all out. Oh,
well,
man.
it was perfect because it landed in my archive. She doesn't see that I see it, so I was just like, I never saw that. Never answered.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it had been years. It had been years that we were no longer together. She came out of fucking nowhere with that shit. Like, it literally has been years. Yeah. That was like the ex before the fucking toxic ex. So that was like a really like an old ex. So I was just like, wow, this is not what I was expecting today.
They probably still think about you every day.
Oh, maybe. I'm yours and I love you and you're mine and we're locked in and you can't go anywhere because I'll find you.
Yeah. No, I'll find you.
No, I'll find you.
If I turn into one of your exes, I'll find you.
Never.
I know.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
You're not allowed.
No.
So anyway...
I don't have any exes that have reached out or tried anything. I don't have any experiences, unfortunately, to Lord. Share. But I just, I don't like it. So for me, it's a no, friends with your ex.
Yeah.
So.
Same.
Yeah.
I could understand that other people have different situations with their exes. Like, I could understand it from far, but would I like it for myself? Nah. I think exes are exes for a reason. They should just stay in the past and focus on the present with your person. That's right. You know, unless there's like crazy circumstances that make it valid for you to stay friends with your ex, which are not a lot. It's a no for me.
Same.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I need to fart.
Uh-oh.
We'll cut it out.
Okay. Can you cut the smell out too?
No.
That's the face of you smelling your own fart. You're joking?
It's, I don't know. Broccoli really does something to me, man. I don't know. I don't feel very sexy right now.
Okay, wait, hold on. I just don't want it to come this way. I love you. But...
Bro, it's fine. We're good.
It's good? Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, I did have a question.
Yeah, what is it?
Why do you fart so much?
Why do you fart so much?
I do. I think I fart twice as much as you.
Yes, I think so too.
Okay.
If I'm to be really honest.
Okay. Do you think people can really move on if they stay friends?
It fucking depends, bro.
If everything fucking depends, huh?
Well, if they could, like, it depends on so many things.
Okay, wait. Better question. What does a healthy friendship with your ex look like?
I don't fucking know. I've never had one.
We asked the question on Instagram what people thought about this, and it's all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
All of the answers are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like this episode.
this conversation.
Kind of like this conversation. But it was really a lot of... Yes, you can be friends with your ex. No, you can't be friends with your ex.
Yes, like, but. A lot of buts.
Yes, buts.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of fuck no's.
Yeah.
Yes, if boundaries are respected. So setting clear boundaries.
Okay.
Another one. I can as long as both parties respect boundaries and each other's partners. Respecting the other person's partner.
Yes, I understand. But that's like putting a whole lot of trust in that ex. Like... You can tell someone as much as you want, like, respect me. I'm the new partner. But at the end of the day, people are going to do whatever the fuck they want.
When you're not there.
Yeah. That's the ick, though. Is like, I don't know them. Why are you giving this to me now?
I feel like you're better with the phone.
I'm better with the phone?
Yeah, like choosing which ones you want to talk about.
Okay. Nope.
Yep, that's a hard nope.
I genuinely think it all depends on if the split was mutual and if there wasn't any messiness afterwards.
Messiness? I feel like there's a lot of messiness in the Women Love Women communities when friends are involved and everyone's dated each other's exes and this and that. But also there's the fact that like some communities and cities are really small.
Right.
You know, like, you know everybody.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird.
Yeah. It's a bit incestual.
It's way smaller than the men's communities. Like, I feel like there's like 4 times as many gay men as there are lesbians in the world.
It depends. Like, I have one ex where we ended really peacefully, took some time apart, and now we're good friends. And I have an ex that was just manipulating, and I just don't want her around, so I wouldn't be friends with her anymore. Yeah. So I guess it depends on the dynamic with each ex.
So this person, if it ended peacefully, is down to stay friends.
Yeah, from what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it was really like 50-50 with the responses.
Yeah. If it was a long-term relationship, I don't think so. Okay, that's fair because there's a lot of history there. Mm-hmm. If the breakup was mutual, yes, but not when they lead you on for months afterwards. Agreed. That's definitely messy and toxic. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily friends, but definitely on good terms. That's totally fair. I'm down for...
That's cool.
I'm down for good terms. I feel like it would reassure me more to know that you ended a relationship with an ex on good terms, even if you're not friends afterwards, than like ending a relationship on a really shitty note with an ex, because that often leaves a lot of unanswered questions and then a lack of closure that then makes you seek that closure and clarity.
Okay.
You know, and you're like, it lingers, I find, when there's like a lot of, you know, misunderstandings and like just tensions, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So another nope.
Nope.
And then a no, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, and in capital. It's too many emotions involved, and it is not fair to their or your future partner.
Yeah.
Okay. If it was a mature breakup and the ex isn't toxic, then yes. Understood. I am. It's possible as long as you take the time to heal from the past relationship. Okay. Cool. Fair.
All right.
We tried to. That wasn't my best decision. I had to end it. No. Full stop. No. When we're done, it's done.
Damn.
I tried, but then they fell in love again with me. That tends to happen, doesn't it?
Yeah, doesn't it?
Oof. Nope. Not at least if there are still feelings there. I will continue to get hurt. It's toxic. Never again.
Yeah, no, you really can't. If there's feelings there, like on one end, it's like, no, bueno, it's not good.
Yeah. No, it's a recipe for disaster. Mm-hmm. Absolutely possible for some people and absolutely impossible for others. Depends. That's a very accurate answer, to be honest.
We should have invited them on the podcast.
I want to be. Shake my head.
This person wants to be? Why do you want to be? Why?
Maybe they really like them as a person. And maybe
they want to get back together.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yes. Nah.
Y'all need to be more specific.
Yeah, send us a DM. Send us a DM with like a little bit, because I know like it can't really fit into the question box. But like elaborate a little bit, because we love knowing the details. We love it when you guys
give us the juicy details.
Yeah. For me, it's not about being petty to not talk to them ever. It's more about allowing someone who didn't want me. Okay, so that got cut off there. But anyway, I understand where they're heading. It's like, why would you want to be friends with someone who no longer wants you in their lives as a romantic partner? I think is what they were trying to get at. That's if you're being broken up with. Okay. I think. Mm-hmm. No, personally, I have to hate you for the relationship to end, and then there's no coming back. Bam!
Damn.
All right. It depends on how the relationship ends, but nothing more than acquaintances after anyways, in my opinion. See, this is where I kind of like understand but don't understand. Like, if they're just an acquaintance, then like why keep them around? Unless they're friends with the same group of friends as you, maybe you'd want to keep them as an acquaintance there to have a little bit of distance. But then give me like a valid reason why you'd want to stay really good friends with your ex. Like, I need a really valid reason for that to happen.
Drop that in the comments, because we need to know.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah, nah.
I only am because I left him to be gay and he couldn't get over it for the longest time. That's nice. That's a blow to the ego right there. But good decision, though.
Yeah.
Kudos. Hell no, they cheated or did not treat me right. Bye. You are history.
Yep.
Important to close chapters. I agree.
It is.
Had to be. Same friend group. But it took 5 years after the breakup to be civil friends-ish. But if it weren't for the friend group, I wouldn't. Fuck that. She was abusive and a cheater.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm sorry.
Wow, that's a really shitty situation.
Yeah.
That's difficult for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not personally, but I know people that are, so I think it is possible. Yes, really good friends, but my current partner of 20 plus years is still very jealous. Woo! Oh.
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 Oh. I don't know what to say. Oh.
Muffins.
I don't know what to say. My sympathies.
Yeah.
That's I do feel bad for your significant other.
Mm-hmm. But also, like, it's been 20 years.
It's also been 20 plus years. Like, has anything ever happened for her to be still jealous after 20 plus years?
Mm-hmm.
Or is jealousy just like her nature, you know, like her ongoing nature? Well, that's what we've got for you today.
Yep.
A whole lot of mixed takes on the matter.
Yeah.
I'd really love for you guys to tell us what you think about this topic. I think it's a really hot topic.
Go into juicy details.
Yeah, we want the details.
The details.
Yeah, we want to hear it all.
Yep.
And also just remember that it's everyone's personal take on it is valid. It depends on like what you've experienced in life and what you've witnessed, what you've gone through, and you know where you sit on the matter. So let's all be respectful towards other people's opinions.
Yeah.
And takes. But yes, please share. This is a safe space to talk about it. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys if you're still here for listening and watching.
Yeah.
We love you very, very much.
Love you guys.
And we hope you have a beautiful rest of your weekend. Please follow and subscribe if you aren't already. See you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Good job, baby. You're so good at starting and ending the podcast. You're so good at it. You're natural. You're natural.